Hi, so for this week's First Look Friday, I've got a lot of large print titles in. So if you like to read large print, come check out these new ones we've got. If you've never tried large print before, it can be really easy on your eyes. Let's show you what one looks like. So we talked about this book last week. It's the new Brad Taylor, so now we've got it in large print version. Let me open it up. The print is bigger and bolder, and it's easier to read in low light situations. So even if your eyes are still pretty good, sometimes these are really nice to pick up, and sometimes the holds list isn't quite as long on the large print version. So we have the Brad Taylor one. We've also got Our Darkest Night, which I talked about last week. That's in large print now. Then we have Barbara Taylor Bradford has a new one in the Lion's Den. This is in the House of Falconer series. We've got Wanda Brunstetter. She's a prolific author of Amish fiction. So this is the Mockingbird Song, and this is second in her Amish Greenhouse mystery series. So it's kind of a light, more cozy mystery set in an Amish setting. Then we have another one that's A Blessing to Cherish by Lorraine Snelling, who once again writes a lot of some Amish, some historical, usually Christian fiction books. So that is also large print. Then I'll move on to the books that aren't large print. We just got this trilogy in. You can see it's a big one. 3 books. So Of Windmills and War by Diane Moody. And so this is about Danny McLean, who grew up in Chicago, and it's 1938, and we know what's happening then. He decides to enlist, and he becomes a fighter pilot in World War II, and he meets this lady over in Europe, and her name is Anya. So this tells their love stories, like during the war, right after the war, and then when they're back in the United States. Then we have this Christian fiction book, The Price of Valor. This is book 3 in the Global Search and Rescue series. So this is about a search and rescue team. And so if you haven't read the first couple, you'd want to read those first before you read this one. This is by Susan May Warren. It's Christian fiction, so it's going to be pretty clean. Then I have a couple nonfiction. This is a memoir by Ree Drummond, also known as the Pioneer Woman. So she talks about moving to the ranch, living on there, how she developed her empire of, cookware and cookbooks, and her TV show as well. And then I have one that's more practical called Back Exercise: Stabilize, Mobilize, and Reduce Pain. So if you're having pain in your back, this gives you different exercises and stretches you can do to help loosen you up and hopefully relieve some of your back pain naturally. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this week's First Look Friday, and we'll be back next Friday with some more new books.